Hi, this is Isabel Pichou here. A few questions for you. Do you beat yourself? Do you beat yourself up because you are stuck in a work in career you no longer love and you have no ideas how to find the work you love and wondering what's wrong with me? Everybody has figured it out and I don't and I keep running in circles and wondering how to find a way out and thinking maybe there is something wrong with me that I haven't figured it out. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm broken in some ways. Or are you wondering, like my client this morning, we through the process I help him, identify what is his authentic self, meaning what is his core values, talents, personality types. We do that in the process as a foundation for finding the career you love. And he's excited about finding that. And today he's like celebrating, oh my God, finally I know who I am and I have this map to help me really find the work I love, to ensure that it's going to align with myself. And at the same time, he's wondering and he's feeling sad. He said, oh my God, all the works I've done in the past, I've been so not aligned with myself. How did I do that for myself? And he's beating himself up, thinking he could have done it different. He should have done it differently. And I were you wondering, you should have done things differently. So if you are feeling any of this, I have two important messages for you today. And I really hope they're gonna help you be kinder with yourself. So the first one, you are not alone. Every person I talk to, mainly every week, I probably talk to at least one or two people during the week. And I've done that for the past 3 or 4 years. And I hear who tell me the same thing. Who tell me who are not happy in their work, are miserable, are confused, doubt themselves. They don't want to work anymore. They don't want to go to work anymore. And they doubt themselves. They have really low self-confidence and thinking, what's wrong with me? How come I'm a smart person? How come I haven't figured that out? And other people seems to have. I want you to know you are really not alone. I hear that so much. It might not give you a solution right now, but a bit of relief, which I hope you will. Know that you are not alone, and I wish you could come with me, hear all these people that I talk to every day, and we can all put yourself in the same room so that you can support each other and realize you are not alone. So this is the first thing I want you to know. It's why now you're feeling really alone and feeling that know that this is a very common problem in our society right now. A lot of people are really not happy in their work, unfortunately. And this is why I do the work I do and why it's so important to me. So the first message is you are really not alone. The second one, and I really want you to take that in and really take the time to take that in. There is nothing wrong with you. The problem is not about you and what you have done or not done. There is nothing to fix about you. You are not broken. You are not as smart as other people. Really take that in first before I explain what I mean by that. Because I really want you to hear it. And I really believe it from the bottom of my heart. I say that to all the people I'm talking to. And the reason why there is nothing wrong with you is because we live in a society, I would say I'm here in the US, but I know it's a case in North America, in Europe as well, in a lot, maybe other countries in the world, where I would say we are trained to betray ourselves. I know it's a bit intense what I'm saying, but I'm going to explain it. We are kind of trained to betray ourselves and do work that is not aligned with who we are. This is why I have so many people coming to me not happy in their career. Because to do the work you love, it needs to be aligned with who you are. It needs to be aligned with your natural way of being, your passions, what lights you up, your natural talents, your personality types. It needs to be aligned with that. And if it's not, you're going to be, at some point, really not happy and even miserable in your work, or frustrated or bored, whatever the thing is. You're going to not be happy. And the thing is that we are trained in our society to not be true to ourselves, to betray ourselves. So we learn since we are a kid. Most of us, I'm not saying all of us, but a lot of us are, we just learn to be somebody else than who we are. And we are trying to do that, to please people in our life, to fit in the education system, to fit in the corporate world. We often receive a lot of messages that encourage us to do not fully be who we are. And it's not done, I don't want to say like it's done in a mean way and the society is trying to do that on us. I'm not saying that, for all kind of reasons. It's also for the society to work, the education to work. So I'm not blaming anybody, but I'm just stating a situation, a fact, so that it can help you realize that it's not necessarily your fault and that it's so hard to find a way back to you. Because to do the work you love, you're going to have to find a way back to your true authentic self. And when you live in a world that has trained you to be somebody else than you are, it's hard to do this process. And you may think, what's wrong with me? Because you are trained when there is nothing wrong with you. It's because you haven't learned how to do it. And so I really want you to hear that. And I'm thinking about a client I worked with recently that is a good kind of a good situation or a good example around that. And I have many, but this one comes to mind specifically. And so this is someone who works here in the Bay Area has been working with a kind of draining commute, which is very common here in the Bay Area, long commute and tiring and draining, and working for a startup and doing work that he felt bored, unchallenged, unhappy, wondering, is that the work I'm doing? Is that because the work I'm doing is not aligned? What's wrong with me? And through the process of discovering its authentic self, we find out together that is someone, and who is one of the systems that I use to identify personality types, is one of the system is called improviser. Some people are called improviser. It means that they need a lot of freedom in the work they do, and they need to work on specific project with a goal. They need to have a specific impact and value, and when they are done with it, they need to have the freedom. Okay, I can move along to something else and do whatever feels right to be efficient. And so we find out this is who he is actually at his core self, but because of the work he has been doing, he has been trained to be like sit at a desk from 9 to 5 and do whatever he has to do, even if it doesn't have impact, if doesn't feel like it's useful. And he has learned to be that way, even if it's opposite to who he is. And he has developed this idea, something is wrong with me. Because I cannot sit at a desk from 9 to 5 if I think there is, the work I'm doing is not useful. The way really wants to work is being able to, okay, give me a project, give me a goal, I'm gonna by myself find a way to solve it. He's very resourceful, and then it's gonna take me whatever time it takes me, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm done, I give it to you, and then I could move on to the next thing. And if there is nothing else to do, I can take care of my kids, going and getting my kids back to school or something like that. But he needs to have this freedom to do things that are meaning and impact. And this is the contrary that he has been trying to do in his work. And he started thinking, what's wrong with me? And actually nothing is wrong with him. It's just because the way he's trained, is different than who he is. And through the process, he find out such a relief, like, oh my God, he come back to who his authentic self, and now trying to find work that is really aligned with his authentic self and accepting that. So I want you to know that this is the same for you. And nothing is wrong with you. You just haven't been trained to really get in touch with who you are. So I know right now, and the journey is about getting back in touch with who you are, what I call going back home to you, so that you can find out what is your authentic self, so ultimately you can align your career with it. And so I want you to know that, and there is a path to doing that. There is some tool, there is some step from doing that. And know that you are not alone and nothing is wrong with you. And I hope that's going to give you a lot of hope today, so that you can have more clarity on that. And I'll share with you in other videos about some of more steps how to do that and find your authentic self and manifest your career dreams. So I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of the day, and I talk to you soon.